back in this bitch. One more time today, little short, little live. Had to run a few errands. Actually had to go pay for registration on my vehicle, on my Chariot. They want me to register my Chariot. This shit's whack. Right? You gotta actually pay for them to provide you the service of being a part of their database so that they can identify you without accusing you of anything, because your license plate is going to tell them who the owner and the driver is. That's an automatic peek into out on the planet off a system they make you pay for. That's whack as heck. That's whack as fuck. They can at least provide the service for free if they the only one gaining anything out of this business arrangement. And I asked the woman, I was like, yo, what is the service that y'all provide for me by me buying this registration? What is this about? And of course, there's some taxes involved in like local road shit and other shit, whatever the fuck, right? So they say that's in there. I made her give me a breakdown of what all the money was used for. She gave me a chart. She was like, I don't understand the chart. Good luck understanding it, because I don't understand it enough to try to explain it to you. But here it is. This is the breakdown of, you know, what the registration gets used for. And it's a pretty thorough, you know, breakdown and shit like that, whatever. But I feel like the things that are on the list are things that society will handle, because we don't need them to tell us it's important and it needs to be financed or managed. We don't need them to tell us that. We gonna know that. We gonna know that. You think we need to be forced to build a road? I gotta drive a certain path to and from work. If the road was fucked up and it was fucking my suspension though, because there was potholes and shit everywhere and there was nothing else to do but for people to come together to choose to do it, or else it wouldn't be done, I would run to somebody to throw some money in the pot to be like, yeah, fix that, bruh. You don't gotta force me, and I'm not gonna really have to beg you either, huh? You gonna, yeah. All the politicians standing in between me and the construction team with their hand in the cookie jar, that shit's whack, and it don't need to be forced. Stay the fuck out that type of business, bruh. Y'all crazy. Y'all are like micromanaging a lot of shit. That's why society is the way it is. Society is the way it is. And it's a byproduct of this control system that claims to be like having everything under control, but shit is going into chaotic states of panic and violence on their watch, and they behind most of it. I don't gotta like none of their ass RPM Trade Vietnam. Fuck them niggas. The fuck out of here. But I do want to make it clear though, I am not calling for no violence or no action on nobody for nothing. I'm only painting a picture of what the hell is defense and who gets to be the aggressor and still be told and still be in a position to tell the defender that the defender is wrong for defending. It's just an observation, really. And what people gonna do is what they gonna do. I know what's supposed to happen in a Quentin Tarantino movie. I know what's supposed to happen in this film that I'm writing right now. I'm writing a film right now about this type of shit. And a lot of this is becoming some fucking awesome research. Anybody who's not a gun enthusiast has no idea that this is even going on. And that's another thing that's just like, see how crazy the world works? That a lot of people don't even realize the importance of what's going on right now, but it'll all happen whether they notice or not, care or not. And then it'll be what it is that they're stuck with, because their lives will depend on moving with the changes. And all that shit just sounds weird to me. I get to say that shit. And this film that I'm writing is going to be fucking dope. But I know what happens in or any kind of fantasy story that you've ever seen, where there's this ruling class over the poor people, whatever, and then there's this revolution or an uprising against the machine. Okay, it looks like I'm having a connection issue on it. But if I'm in a club, right, I know that's about to turn into a fight, might actually turn it into a club shooting, and then I need to get me and my date, whoever I'm with, the fuck out the fucking club. Come on, cuz, we gotta go. Like, niggas know what that sound like with that. Like, you ain't gotta be involved to be rooting for shit to know what it sound like. And when you watching this government business, knowing that the world has a big history of government violence, government-driven violence, Democide, for example, is the body count of how many people have been put in the fucking dirt by their own governments. And they usually get disarmed before these things happen. That's just an honest observation of how the war works, right? So when I'm paying attention to all of that, and I'm considering all the political shit that's going on in America right now, it sounds like this grandiose story of fucking potential domination over the whole world by some secret society, because that's kind of just what it looks like. Or this amazing revolution of the people to save like planet Earth and discover all of these deep, crazy truths that have been missing from our education and all this other stuff. I can see the fantasy world playing out in all of that, and it's just easy to see that it just looks like something. This shit looks like something. It looks like a potential for the revolution that everybody went, is this what our founding forefathers warned us about? It kind of sounds like it, because all of this shit seems crazy. It seems to be very animated. Of course, all of the geometry behind all of this shit is proof that all of this shit is planned and scripted. It's moving to a certain tune. I think it's an amazing thing to watch. It really is. It's strange to watch it because it all sounds so like fantastic and weird that the ATF would be doing. It sounds so strange. Just like, are y'all serious? It just sounds so weird that they would do this. Like, it doesn't seem like it would match reality. Like it wouldn't happen. I remember telling my 19-year-old son about shit like this, and this was, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. He went, nah, nobody's gonna be able to fuck with them guns like that because of the Constitution. It ain't gonna happen. Too many people love the guns. It ain't gonna happen. Why would they even try? They never gonna try. And now what's going on right now is like, see, son, you see what they did? And he's just like, what the fuck? And it's like, bruh, what looks like should be impossible sometimes just be randomly happening. I'm like, man, this shit should have been impossible, because it's this kind of activity from the ATF is risking all of these other things that are now possible, including this sparking some kind of a revolution. And I get to point that out and say that because I feel like that's what we're looking at. And it's just weird to me, bro, because I would have never thought that this would really be happening like this, or that people would just be going for it, or that the ATF would try, or none of that shit. It's just weird to watch it happen. Crazy, strange, bro. This should not be happening. It's weird as fuck. They know, the ATF agents know that what they are doing may have played out in movies that they've seen before this sparks a revolution. Even if you change the time in history that this revolution happens, and this is some kind of a revolution against a tyrannical tribe of natives in Brazil in 1652 or some shit, we still know. We all know that it's like this epic story that seems to play out and echo through a lot of these films and shit that we see over and over again. It's weird that what's going on in America right now, especially in the full spectrum of the whole world, that China and Russia and all this other shit is going on. While the ATF is doing what they're doing, this seems like this is not supposed to happen, because it seems like a fantastic weird ass movie that's doing too fucking much, and that's weird as fuck. So please believe I'm calling for no action upon nobody. I'm only surprised that it hasn't happened, because it seems like this is the kind of stuff that will make that happen. 3 years ago don't sound like it will really make that happen. It couldn't be that. It's heavier on my mind right now. Just like, is this going to be what our future looks like 6 months from now? That there's some kind of a revolution because this is going too far. The ATF, if they have any intelligence whatsoever, they've wondered that, and they've came to a conclusion, a plan of action and a level of acceptance of all of that. Have they not? Are they putting their cart before the horse, and they not that smart to even be thinking about what it is that I just said? That they don't have nefarious reasons behind what they're doing because they haven't accepted what it is that I just said and came up with some kind of a plan or understanding? Come on, bro. They've thought about that, and they got a reaction to how they feel about potentially doing that. Potentially, because everybody should have to worry about that. Like, is this a straw that breaks the camel's back? Like, let's stop playing games. They are aware. Why are they still okay to actually push it? Because I would think that they would be worried about doing this. If somebody was pitching this movie idea in Quentin Tarantino's office, before they can get to the conclusion, Tarantino would say, and then there's an uprising? That's what he would say. Listening to the ATF say this shit if this was in the script in the movie. He will be thinking in his mind, oh, and this is where the guns come in, right? And then we do the scene like this, like that, and it's this epic battle, like my movie Kill Bill. You know, the whole volume 1, 2, and 3, blah blah blah. Tarantino would say that this is what it sounds like. Am I lying? Man, come on, bro. Come on, man. You can't make my imagination and my level of awareness escape the possibility of what it is that they should be intelligent enough to also be expecting this to turn into, because this is what it sounds like. And that's all I'm saying. RPM Trey Vietnam and this bitch. I love all y'all. Get a gun and don't let nobody play you about your fucking life. Nobody for no reason. Nobody gets to hurt you for no reason that they come with. I don't care what they're dressed in or what badge they got or what the oath was that they took. If they started to fight and you was chilling before they did that and you ain't even hurt nobody, they not even pointing to a victim or something that you did that you gotta naturally pay for, because you gotta pay for that. Natural rights don't mean that you get to do what you want. There's repercussions for everything that everybody does and nobody can escape it. And what I'm talking about is when the law society puts themselves above that and then actually blames you for it, that you even gotta go through a whole bunch of legal shit to the point where you might actually lose a battle in a righteous self-defense shooting that you can prove to them was really self-defense. And that's a tragedy. Like, there's something wrong with humanity. Something is wrong here. I don't think that they put us in a game, bro. They put you in a football jersey in some grass somewhere and you didn't know what was going on. Then somebody threw you a ball and you caught the ball. And then 7 guys chased you down and tackled you or hurt you bad. And you go, what happened? And then a referee jumps out and go, no flag on the play. And you go, what? And these niggas go into a huddle and all that shit. And you go, I think I have a serious injury here. I am concussed in the grass right now. Fair hit, no flag on the play. I didn't know we were playing football. They put you in the middle of a game and they don't tell you that you even playing. They made all the rules. This is their stadium. They is rocking your shit under some illusionary, crazy shit that I would never try to do to the world. I would never do this to y'all or play like that or think that some gave me the right to do it. Shame on them for doing this. And I get to say all of that. Kiss my dick. RPM Trey Vietnam.